Hello everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel that is the True Perspective. Through this particular YouTube channel, we aim to bring out the perspective, the ideas, the opinions of the 99.99% of people whose voices remain unheard. These people are people who are typically considered to be not on the creamy layer of the organizations or in institutions, but then again it is these people who run these institutions, run organizations, and they actually run the world, and their opinions also matter. So, with that aim, we would like to continue our series which we had started off. So, the first video was with my really good friend Swagat, and in that first video, we had talked about engineering, about the IT industry, how the IT industry works. This video is basically a continuation to that same video, and Swagat here will help us understand a few more perspectives into the IT industry specifically. So, Swagat, thank you very much for being here and joining us in the continuation video.
Yeah, hello Rishikesh, hello everyone, I'm back.
Okay, great. So, Swagat, in the first video, we had discussed a lot of things about the IT industry, but we would like to have some more discussions. I would like to understand a few more things about the IT industry from you. Swagat, first of all, before we go ahead, I would like to understand one very important, aspect from you when we will be continuing this discussion. So, as a fresher who has joined the IT industry, the service-based industry especially, what's the process? What happens with them, and what usually goes through the mind of a fresher?
Yes, so as a fresher, so it's your first job and you really don't know what to expect or what you're going to face since it is your first job. So you will be a little scared, little nervous, and it will be a change from campus life to corporate life. So there will be a lot of changes that will come in your life. And what happens is usually companies have a training center or sometimes they do it online, but mostly there is some training center or you are asked to come to a location where you act as a you perform the role as an intern for few months, and they will be giving you a development or learning plan, and you have to learn those skills. You will usually be guided by a mentor or expert. So
Okay.
after, yeah, they will teach you, and they will have a couple of tests and couple of uh, coding exams after you learn from their material. And at the end, they will usually have an interview where they will test basically your technical skills, what you have learned, and also your soft skills. So after checking these three things, your internship will be over, and you will be given the designation of an employee of the organization. Before that, you will just be like an intern, where you will be learning and you will be proving that, yeah, I can work in this organization, I'm capable. So that is what a fresher will usually experience when they initially get into a company.
Okay.
Saying it's their first job, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So, Swagat, when a fresher joins in the industry, do they have the freedom to select their domain or tech stack, like they call it, and what will be their first project or which particular industry their first project will be in?
Okay. Now this is a very interesting topic that you bring up because as a fresher, I will say that no, you will not have a lot of scope deciding which tech stack or which uh, how do I say it, which tech stack or which technology you want to work in, because
Okay.
industries will have certain requirement. They will be having projects where people are needed more, and they will be having projects where less people are needed. And wherever more people are needed, they will train the freshers to work on those technologies for which requirement is more. So You will not always get to work on your favorite technology, or if you thought that I'll get into this industry, I'll work on this technology for 3 years or 4 years or 2 years, and then I'll have my expertise. It will usually not go that way. So you will have very limited scope to choose which technology and which project you will be getting in the beginning. So that is what it will be like for a fresher when they join a MNC and it's their first job. So that is how it is going to be.
Okay, okay. Okay, so Swagat, when a person is assigned into one particular project, uh, what are the general expectations the company has from that guy or that girl who has joined the project?
Yeah, so basically companies when there is a requirement in a project, they will conduct some interviews,
Hmm?
and you will not be the only candidate who will be interviewed. Few people that you know who joined with you, they will also be interviewed, and other freshers, they will also be interviewed, and based on that, whoever they like the best, they will take into the project. And usually for freshers, there is no much requirement of a client side interview, but few of the times I've seen that yes, the client also wants to interview. Even if it is a fresher, they want to interview before onboarding somebody into a project.
Okay, okay, fine. That's really a brief description you gave. Thank you very much for that input, Swagat. So I wanted to also understand this. Is there any specific time frame or average time frame a particular guy is expected to stay in a project?
No, no. Actually, companies don't decide the project timings. It's the client's requirement. Suppose, basically, we can categorize projects into three verticals, you can say. Suppose it is a development project. In development projects, the timeline is actually lesser. So suppose there is some requirement that needs to be done, and since it is a development activity, there will be some sprints, and the whole team, including you, after you join the project, you will be working on fulfilling those requirements, and then you will be sending it to testing team for doing the testing, and they will get back to you with some results that we need this to be improved. This test case is not passing, so again you will fix it. So that is what a development project will look like. And usually in MNCs, development projects last from somewhere, you can say 4 months to over 1.5 year.
Okay.
So yeah, development projects will have a lifespan of what I just mentioned. And the second will be like a testing project. So in testing, you will just be assisting the developers to find vulnerabilities and help make the product more secure and better, and have the requirements fulfilled in a way where it doesn't fail any real world test cases or scenarios. So that is what a testing team does. And usually testing team, they have a more longer duration of project because after the development is complete, the users will still use the applications, and they can find some bugs and errors, and uh, the testing team will first be involved to actually test and see if it is actually a bug or an error, or if anything is wrong. And as per that, they will either contact the support team or the dev team again. So next comes the support. So support is when after the testing and development is done, the application or the infrastructure, it is handed over to the support team, who uh, who will monitor and fix issues in the application for as long as it is being used. So suppose there is an application which will be used for say 5 years or 10 years. So a support project can have its lifetime almost as much as that, because there will always be some new requirement or some new bug or some error which will come up. So
Okay.
that is why I would say that it's not the company or the employee who decides the lifespan of a project, but it depends on which kind of team you are. So development cycles will be usually short, and testing will be a little longer, and support will be more long-term service that needs to be provided to the client. So, and of course, you can leave your project if there is any such requirement or any such opportunity that you get in other projects. Then, of course, you can leave the project on your own, but nobody will try to mm, put you out of the project before its lifespan or life cycle. That is how it usually goes.
Okay. Okay. So suppose an employee completes one project,
Hmm.
then what is the life like after the project is done? What does the employee do after that?
Yeah, so okay, this is a very good question. So once a project is over, what will happen is every company has some recording. Suppose it's present on their portal where it is maintained that how much time the person or the employee has worked on which kind of project. So once the project is over, you will be deallocated from that project, and you will actually go to a period of benching, you may say, or a combined resource pool. So what will happen there is you will be just having some free time. You will be having some time to learn some new things or find new projects. But usually, once a project is over, you are on the bench, and some other people might, some managers or some leads who need people in other projects, they will be contacting you again, and it will again be the same process where you are interviewed, and they will check if you are fit for the project or not. And after
Okay.
considering everything, you will be put into another project. So that is the bench period which happens to an employee once they're out of one project.
Okay. 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 So usually, if I'm not wrong, during the bench period, they look for other projects. They also work on learning skills. It's probably something new.
Yeah, correct. Actually, uh, every company has some goals set for the employee where they want the employee to learn new technologies and improve their skills. And often, what happens when you are on the bench, some managers will reach out to you who want some people, not maybe immediately, but 1 month later, and they will tell you that we are looking for a person with this technology who has some expertise or some knowledge in this technology. So they'll let you know that we want this, and you can start preparing, and we will interview you and onboard you. So, yeah, that is how it is.
Okay. 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 Fine, Swagat. Thanks a lot for this explanatory answer as well. Now, I would like to ask of something on the financial perspective as well. I wanted to understand from your experience, what is the situation when it comes to giving increments, hikes, or asking for an increment while shifting into another IT job. So what's the overall situation in market?
Yeah, so currently the situation is not that good, and the hikes and increments have been reduced by a significant amount. And this is happening because there are not a lot of projects, there is not a lot of requirement like there used to be, and most hiring has also been reduced by a certain amount.
Hmm.
And yeah, currently the situation is not that good where there is no much requirement of uh, how do you say, the workload has reduced and clients don't have so much of work. So that's what we are being told, that that's why we have less hikes and less increments. this year. Yeah, in 2025.
Okay, okay. So another thing I wanted to understand from you, Swagat, coming back to a bit into the IT, coming back into the IT projects. So I have this understanding, Swagat, that whenever one company wants to outsource their IT works or they want to give a project to some IT organization, IT service-based IT company,
Mhm.
there is a whole process of evaluation wherein the clients have certain parameters on which they evaluate.
Could you come again? I could not get your point.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, Swagat, I have this understanding
Mhm.
that when clients look for IT service-based companies who outsource their projects,
Mhm.
they have a certain set of parameters,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And those parameters is not always money, that who can get my job done in the most cheapest
Yeah.
price.
Correct.
Do you have an idea on what other things these customers look for when they want to outsource their IT tasks to a IT service-based company?
Yeah, this is actually a very yeah. That's how actually it's a business related question. I would say it's not actually always money. What the client wants is they want their work delivered on time,
Hmm.
and they want the quality with the quantity, I would say. And moreover, there are a lot of parameters like data security and on time deliveries, and of course budget is also a part of this. But what the clients actually do is whenever they negotiate with a company, they will make a contract which will have lot of clauses and lot of parameters. Like you just said, there are a lot of parameters. So there are many parameters, like there will be some SLAs where they will set up a process that if this problem comes, then we expect your company to resolve it within this time frame, or we expect the resource from your company to be available within this time period to do this work, and it should be done within this time period. If you don't, then we may have some cost cutting or some things like that. So that is what the contract actually says. The client usually they look for I would say whoever is able to satisfy the contract to the best, and whoever is meeting most of the parameters like data security, low budget, and on time deliveries, no escalations or fewer escalations. So these are the things that the client will usually look for when
Okay.
choosing. Yeah, and lot of projects actually go from one MNC to the other. Like today, company MNC X has some project, but something happened and maybe there was some data breach, or maybe there was some major vulnerability which was found out by client, and or there were some major escalations one after the other. Then in that case they will hand over the contract to another company. So that is how it happens. But it is a very this question, I would say I'm not that experienced to share an answer, but this
Okay.
is what I have experienced and I would like to share. That's all.
Got it, got it. No problem, Swagat. It was still a very insightful answer which I got, because one thing I knew that the clients just don't look at how cheap the IT company is. They also look at other factors. But some of these
Hmm.
factors we got to know, that was really insightful as well. Well, in the after this, I'm actually done from my end, Swagat. I think we got some really good answers from your end, which will be really helpful for those who will be watching this video, because you gave some insights which typically a lot of people don't know, especially the people who are yet to enter into the job market. So, with this, thank you very much for your time, Swagat. Any
Yeah,
concluding
yeah,
statements,
no
or if you would like to say anything before we conclude?
problem. Nothing as such. So if any of our viewers have any questions, they can reach out to us at our official email address, or they can ask questions in comments as well. So that's all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I would also like to thank everyone who is watching this, our audience. Please do hit the like button and subscribe if you're interested to get some more insightful videos. We will be trying to upload a bit regularly, and we will also try to bring out diverse people from other fields who can have opinions which are going to be of a very wide range. So, with this, we would like to conclude. Thank you, everyone, and stay tuned.